they didn't realize what they were messing with. Targeted individuals, psychic reading. Let's go. They didn't realize what they were messing with. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Lord of Forces of Light. So there's going to be a shift and a change for you energetically, okay? And then Death card in the reverse. Child of the Great Transformers, right? Okay. What this feels like to me is that you've done a self-imposed death card on a situation. When I say that, you've cut somebody off, you've blocked somebody, you've cut somebody out, etc., etc., and that's spinning the wheel in your favor. They didn't realize what they were messing with. They had an idea of the power that you have in you, but they've been duped. They've been duped by somebody else, okay? And they've come into this energy thinking that they could take you down. They thought they were smart. And then what I've got in my mind is it's like a sleuth, you know, somebody with a trilbit on and a magnifying glass. I think there's like an emoji type thing on here of that. They're part of a network. They're part of the network. The clues were there, and at the time you weren't quite seeing it, or you were giving benefit of the doubt. Okay, but you've clocked it, you've stored it, you've used that pattern recognition, and all the pieces are falling into place now. Trust no one. Trust no one. Okay. I feel like you've got a core collective around you who can be trusted. Don't get me wrong, but anybody outside of that, trust nobody. This network goes deep. This network is linked by telepathic connections. Okay, I know that might sound a bit down the rabbit hole, but it's real. And this network is out for blood. Okay, I don't want you to worry. You're going to be fine. You're chosen. Right. So, Knight of Cups in the reverse, Lord of the Waves and Waters, followed up by the Princess of Wands in the reverse, Princess of Shining Flame. So, what this feels like is she's got to dig this out. I feel like some fiery character came in, and with the Hermetic Tarot deck for me, the princesses, because they're kind of, it's a bit risque, they're kind of siren type energy. I feel like you've chosen to not push forward. You've cut, like I said, there's something about cutting this person out. Okay. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Lord of Material Work. Okay. So they've been blocking your work, they've been blocking your abundance, they've been blocking your flow of cash. And then the Five of Cups in the reverse. As we know, this is the siphoning card for me because we've got the inverted pentagram, and it's siphoning out that center cup. So you're calling that power back, okay? Eight of Wands, Lord of Swiftness. Ten of Wands, Lord of Oppression. So you've cut somebody out. You blocked them. You've gone no. You've gone. I'm onto you. Off with your head. And it's caught them out. Okay. I've got a phrase coming into my mind. Off to the realms they go. Off to the realms they go. What it feels like is with this person, it feels like they've had some kind of attachment. Okay, some kind of attachment, and because they failed their mission, that attachment is leaving them, and I feel like that they're going to be left in the kind of Muggle world. Okay, their chance to shine and ascend has now passed. Okay, they were offered so something was offered to them. They decided to take it for their own greed and power. Okay, they didn't realize that you have had the power to remove that. Okay, and then I'm getting a phrase in my mind like that phrase kingmaker. I feel like this collective, they're kingmakers. So what I mean by that is that you probably get people coming into your energy because you've kind of got this Midas touch, and you might like help them or give them an idea or something along those lines, and then they become they find some kind of success. The problem is people will notice that and they'll try and get involved in that for their own greed. So Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow, Ten of Pentacles, Lord of Wealth. So they're going to be in this Three of Swords energy. They're regretting their decisions. You're on your way to wealth and abundance. Right, let's get the what's the tea? What's the tea? I don't need any more tea. Need to cut down my tea. Good Lord. Right, so let's get some further clues on this. So we'll start with that because bad karma. This person's getting some bad karma. I think they know it as well. I feel like they're panicking. Unfazed, doesn't care, didn't flinch. You can't shake me. I feel it's them. I feel like they're putting on this this act to people that they know that they're not bothered, and they are. They're crapping it basically. Wants you back. Didn't know your worth. Now they're desperate. Too little, too late. Okay, that you've come out. You've come out. Always partying, shots every weekend. No time for you. Party first, love later. I think this person might have a bit of a drink problem. To be honest with you, let's come out there. Shine, radiates with truth. Your light triggers darkness. Stay unapologetically you. So just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep glowing up. You know. Right. Okay. This is interesting. Girl fight. Jealous vibes, arguments, physical fights. Right. What it feels like is that this person has it's either, because obviously I'm a heterosexual man, so I'm with the heterosexual woman. So in my case, it would be like somebody coming after another female coming after my Lucy. If not, they're the kind of person who's catty and bitchy and always up for a fight, gunning for a fight. Now, for me, with what I preach, I'm always, I'll stand my ground. If you're on a rumble, let's rumble. But I don't go looking for it. Good God, no, I want peace. See ya. I'm still fighting for peace. Sometimes you have to fight for that peace, but I don't go out there to deliberately cause trouble and fight people. Fake accounts, surprise, surprise, lurking on your socials, hidden identity can't stop watching you. Okay. They're stuck. As Elvis, caught in a trap. They're caught in a trap. So what I mean by that is that what happens is, right, when you're chosen, right, people come into your energy and they creep and they lurk and they want to take you down, and it fails. Now, if on top of that, like me, you're doing return to sender and stuff like that, it reverberates back on them, and they become obsessed with stalking you online. They become obsessed, and they create all these fake accounts, and you try and block as many as you can do, but they're creeping on you, and they're constantly watching you. Now, side note, said this before, right? If you're watching this on TT, and I'm going to start calling it TT, because if you're going to make us speak like children and disrespect the other social media platforms, then you can be TT, right? If you're watching this on TT, it's normally at least 2 or 3 days behind, right? If you're watching this on YT or FB, it can be anywhere up to like 6 days behind, because I like to let it sit and render. So you're not going to get ahead of me. Right, court case. STI, STD, rash, etc. Now, as I always say with this card, it's unlikely that you're going to find that out about this person. What I'm normally drawn to is the rash. Okay, so if somebody starts flaring up, that could be a clue who this person is. The problem is with social media these days, the filters that can be used. So look for overly heavily filtered content and stuff like that, or if you do actually know this person, look for flare-ups in their skin. Okay, I'm being told you've got nothing to worry about now. Okay, you're a queen rising, glowing up loud, all eyes on her, coming up spotlights. Okay, they had their chance, they missed it. Okay, they took they took a chance. They have been manipulated by dark energies and the people around them. Okay, and again it's this network. It's this network, this coven type network. You need to remain unbothered. Copycat, steal your ideas, duplicates your style, feeds off your creativity. I think this person might have been kind of if you're a content creator, they've been copying your content. If you've been having some ideas and people have been kind of coming up with that, that's what they're doing. They've been copying you. Now, in my case, for example, Obviously I'm a reader. People can copy my reading styles, and I know that it happens with other creators. Beth, for example, the Curious Magpie alignment, she's had people like just literally verbatim reading her readings and going like that. This is why for me, and this is no offense to the readers who kind of do the just showing the cards or something along those lines, but for me, because I'm so heavily targeted and monitored, this is why I show my workings. Okay, because you know that the cards that are coming out, they're coming out because you can see it. You know what I mean? But yeah, the copycat energy, you've got nothing to worry about. Let them rot, let them sit in their pit. If you want a personalised TI reading, they are available. Go to the link, stand store, get them in. Ta ta.